The top cop who put his badge on the line for justice.
You know the name Doug Poppa? Yes, I do. God bless Doug Poppa, an honest cop.
He was a man of integrity. His testimony last summer freed an innocent man from jail who had already been convicted of shooting his ex-wife. But Poppa's going public cost him his job as an undercover cop.
I was elated, of course, but then as he testified, I was somewhat concerned for him, because I knew that they were probably going to crucify that man.
Sometimes the truth has a price. That may be the lesson of a Virginia police officer who says, in trying to do the right thing, he ended up paying for it.
The message you're sending is, see, we did it, Doug. You don't come out, you don't buck the system. No matter what the reason is, you just can basically keep your mouth shut. But if I wouldn't do it all over again, I would take the badge and I would leave it on somebody's desk and get out of police work. Because the day I can't tell the truth because somebody's pressuring me, and the day the system doesn't want me to tell the truth because somebody's pressuring me, is the day I'd leave the badge on the desk and walk away.
Poppa was fired for insubordination. One man who confronted truth and consequences.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to, hang on a second, let me, got an echo here. Hold on for 1 second. Let me turn this down. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Truth and Consequences podcast. My name is Doug Poppa. This is episode 125 for Wednesday, October 20th, 2022. The time is 21:56 hours Pacific. This is not the podcast I was going to do for 125, but this is some breaking news that came into the hotline, and I want to get it out. I believe it's exclusive. I don't think anybody reported on it yet. As I say, another story that is not too good for the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Information came in from the tower that Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department police officer Michael Patrick Lyons was arrested today, and he's been on the force since 2016. His P number, according to my sources, is 15324. He works out of the Summerlin Area Command in the Las Vegas Valley here. He works plain clothes, and he's assigned as a patrol detective. And what they do is they work plain clothes. They respond to initial criminal complaints before the detectives from the other units, the crimes units, go out. Again, Michael Patrick Lyons. I don't have a photograph at this time. This is breaking coming in. I still got information coming in, so I want to get this out as I have it right now. This is a photo shot. Let me get off the screen here. Hang on 1 second. Okay. What you're looking at is that is the pay scale from public records. Is from 2021, and like I said, he was hired on in 2016. Let's go to the Clark County Detention Center inmate in custody records that I obtained. That's on the screen here. I'm not going to get me off. It's just too much. But basically what this says is the inmate custody status. It shows his arrest date today, October 20th, 2022. He's got 3 charges, according to the Clark County Detention Center: home invasion, kidnapping second degree, and coercion, domestic violence with threat or use of physical force. Now, those are the 3 charges that are up on the screen on the inmate in custody record to CCDC. Now, everything is pre-screened, and it goes to the court, and they pre-screen it. Let me get this up on the screen because there's one charge that's missing, and it says as I get updated information on this, I will get it to you. This is the Las Vegas Justice Court record. Doesn't say too much on it. Michael Patrick Lyons, 2 felony charges: kidnapping second degree and coercion constituting domestic violence with threat or use of physical force. Now, they don't have the first charge from the detention center, the home invasion. So whether that didn't make it to the court because of probable cause or something, I don't know, or there's a mix-up in the record, but I'll update you on an additional podcast when I get more information, a photograph and more information on this. And all it says here is that on October 20th, 2022, the case assignment was sent to the Justice Court. Also on the same day today, the DA requests for prosecution. And it looks like his initial appearance in Justice Court is scheduled for tomorrow, October 21st. It says DNA PC review. I believe that's the DNA probable cause review, and that's in front of Judge, it doesn't say the judge, no judge yet, at 1:30 p.m. And then a status check on filing of criminal complaint. That's in front of Judge Melissa Gauzer, and that's set for November 17th of this year. So let me get back on the screen here. So that's what I have right now coming in. Anything else that they tell me here? As you heard from the charges, I believe it was his ex-girlfriend that made the complaint. Again, this is fluid, so it's coming in with information I'll put out. Right now we're having the podcast, but I have no photograph yet. I'll update you on a future. So Michael P. Lyons, a Las Vegas Metro Police Officer, Summerlin Area Command, P number 15324. He's assigned as a patrol detective, like I said, in the Summerlin Area Command. Arrested today. 3 charges were listed in the Clark County Detention Center record, and 2 made it to the Justice Court record, and that's the kidnapping charge and the coercion charge on that. This is domestic violence related, and this is it's not good for Metro, but again, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. This is going to be a short podcast because I'm working on a lot of stuff. I promised episode 125, which is this episode, would be another breaking exclusive story, and that'll be coming up in a future podcast. I've got more information on several Internal Affairs Bureau investigations, and I'm backed up on a lot of this stuff. So I'll be getting out in due time unless something breaks that I want to get on the air here and talk about. So I want to, before I go, back in episode 121, I talked about, it was the Landau, the first episode, and I broke the story on Officer Landau, the open and gross lewdness. And I talked about a bunch of stories that I broke last year and earlier this year on Metro Cops, and I gave you an update. And I think in 121, I stated that I talked about this guy. Let me get up on the screen here for a second. Okay. What you're looking at here is a screenshot from my episode 89 that was published February 6, 2022, and it's titled LVMPD Officer Under Investigation for Sexcapade with Domestic Violence Victim, Sources Say. And it's a nutshell. It was Officer Curtis Paul, and basically just to rehash on some of the stuff I said, according to police sources, a Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Southeast Area Command Swing Shift Patrol Officer has been relieved of duty and is under internal affairs investigation for alleged on-duty sexual encounter with a female domestic violence victim. So that was the episode, and I talked about that in 121. And in 121, when I gave the update, I said he was scheduled to go to a pre-termination board. That's Officer Curtis Paul, but I found out from the tower, my sources, that he decided not to go, and he resigned in lieu of termination. So Officer Curtis Paul is no longer a police officer with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. So we take care of that. Anything else I want to say here? I'm going to get this podcast out as soon as it's done. It's 22:04 hours. That's 10:04 p.m. Pacific time. Again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Doug Poppa. You all know I'm an independent investigative journalist. I broke many stories over the years, both for the Baltimore Post-Examiner, was writing for them, and on my podcast. A lot of the stuff that I break is not ever covered or picked up by the local Las Vegas media. I'm a former U.S. Army. I'm a U.S. Army veteran, military police veteran, former law enforcement officer, about 18 years of experience with different agencies. Spent about 18 years in the hotel casino industry out here in Las Vegas as an investigator for the MGM Grand when I came to Vegas in the early 90s. Then as the director of security at one property and director of security and surveillance at another. I spent a short time with the United States Department of Homeland Security out at McCarran Airport. And so I got a lot of experience, 40 years of experience in investigations and different types of security and police work. So anyway, that's my background. I keep talking about it because if people are new to the podcast, they don't know who I am when I'm bringing all this stuff up. So you'll see the intro. It talks about some things that happened to me back in 1992. And I'm talking more on that. I get a lot of requests on my emails. People want to hear about more about what I went through on the police department. And I'll talk about that. I'll do a little podcast on mentioning different things. So anyway, that's going to be it for this podcast. Remember, if you're not subscribed to my channel, hit the red subscribe button on the this YouTube. This is my forum, ladies and gentlemen. I am an independent investigative journalist. This is my forum for my investigative work, my news stories, my commentary, my opinion. I do not work for a newspaper. I do not work for a television station or radio station. So my work product is put out on this YouTube channel, Truth and Consequences with Doug Poppa, and it is digital media, and it is a digital media news media site. That's what I do. You all know that. I've been doing this for years. So again, if you want to support me, it's paypal.me/Doug Poppa. You'll see it on the outro. If you want to contact me, do not put anything specific in this email. It's truthandconsequenceswdp@gmail.com. Just give me your contact information there. Do not tell me what you want to talk about, and I will give you a link to an encrypted, secure way where we can transmit information that's encrypted end-to-end encryption. So you want to contact me, truthandconsequenceswdp@gmail.com, and then I'll tell you how to set up the link there, and then the normal sources and information, continue to give me the information the way you do. It's safe. So anyway, that's it. That's the end of this podcast. This is episode 125 from Las Vegas, Nevada. You've been listening to the Truth and Consequences podcast with Doug Poppa. It's 22:07 hours, and it's Wednesday night, October 20th, 2022. And thank you all for, again, the comments I get and everything. I appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next podcast. Thank you very much.